Hi, welcome to my cup of TV with Jenny,
JD
and Erin.
back with more BTS.
Firstly, obviously, Jenny's probably said this already, but thank you so much for all of the fantastic comments and information. I told you Army were really engaged, which is awesome. You guys represented, you didn't let me down. I know you wouldn't. They're awesome.
Lovely.
Awesome.
Someone commented, actually had a private message on Instagram to someone to say how much they love the BTS videos, and I had someone comment on my Patreon that they'd signed up for BTS, and they were telling me about something called, is it the soup, but like SW
BTS and the soup.
Yeah. But they were saying that because they couldn't go on holiday because of COVID, they were staying in a house. And I was like, are you telling me it's like BTS Big Brother?
Yeah. Basically, and this is an awesome point I can tell you about that. BTS, I said when they first started, they got a lot of hate for those stupid, superficial reasons. You come from a small label, you've got no money, blah, blah, blah. Or even just the fact that they were talking about things that people didn't want them to talk about because they were like, talking about depression and bringing those topics to the forefront of the world stage, you're making South Korea look bad. And they were like, well, no, we need to talk about these things.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anyone any good by keeping them under the rug. So anyways, they got a lot of hate. And one of the really sad things that we learnt about for BTS, when in South Korea they have all of these what are they called, variety shows where loads and loads of K-pop bands go on these variety shows and they play it and they don't take themselves too seriously.
I'd love to watch a variety show.
We have loads. That's really good. And they don't take themselves too seriously. They go on, they have such a laugh, they play games. Usually it's to win food, which they're all up for. They love winning food.
That's how they'd get me.
Yeah, true, me too. But unfortunately, when BTS first went onto a few variety shows, they weren't treated very well. Whether it was like backstage sort of dressing room kind of stuff, but then also by the hosts of the show, they just weren't treated as nicely as they should have been. And it was quite comparative to other bands, for example. And Bang Seok, so Bang PD Nim, the owner of Big Hit, we love him, he's so cool. He said to these variety shows, basically in a much more polite way, screw you guys, we don't need your variety shows, we're going to make our own shows.
I was hoping they were going to say they did their
This
own
guy
one.
sounds like he's a really
We love Bang
guy.
PD Nim, he's
Can
great.
you find a pic? I want to see a picture of him. I feel like I really love him.
Yeah, sure. And yeah, so that's where BTS went away and they started making their own reality shows, their own variety shows, and they put it exclusively like on V Live and now on Weverse. And they've also got reality shows where they go on holiday. And what the point of it is called Bon Voyage. And the point of it is the boys go on holiday and they the team they have around them, so their managers and their staff and their helpers, all really, really nice people that help the guys every day. They kind of pulled back very, very much so. So it was basically the guys predominantly having to look after themselves on holiday and they fail miserably because they don't know how to do a lot of stuff for themselves because it's all done for them because of their schedule and everything. Everything's got to be like so tightly run so they can get to and be to where they need to be on time. So when they did the first Bon Voyage, like a lot of little bits went wrong and so the staff had to intervene and help them and it's just hilarious, but no one got hurt or anything.
So adorable.
No one got hurt. It was all good fun. So yeah, then we have got all these other variety shows, BTS Gayo, American Hustle Life, BTS Run episodes, which I was saying you might want to do, and a lot of that content unfortunately I think will be taken down on YouTube, but we are hoping to eventually see those and maybe they'll go on Jenny's Patreon, so they'll be really, really fun to react to. I can watch them again even now, and BTS in the Soup is their most recent one, which they filmed in June of 2020 because obviously South Korea, like a lot of the world, was having a lockdown, and I think that was maybe when obviously they were due to go on their concert tour, their world concert tour, and that was cancelled.
Yeah, they were doing Twickenham apparently.
They're going to book Twickenham again at some point.
Hopefully, they definitely want to tour again when the world allows
Twickenham's
it.
easier.
Yeah. We're like local.
Bigger.
So yeah, in June this year they were in lockdown. So which I think again, BTS and Bang PD Nim and all the staff who work at Big Hit are pretty genius because they're like, how can we do something where we keep giving content to our fans, to ARMY, like they want to see something, that we keep the boys occupied and happy, you know, for their own mental health, like rather than just sitting around being really sad about the fact that they can't go on tour. And in another way, very savvy, be very business-like, and how can we make money or make content that we can sell? So they did something called BTS in the Soup. Now, soup is the Korean word for forest. So basically they go to the forest and they go and they live in this really nice house, and they basically just cook and they play games and they just have a really good time, and it just records them, and it's just their most recent reality show, BTS in the Soup, and it's really, really cute.
See, we couldn't do a reality thing like that, us lot. People would be like, they're really weird. They talk about weird, morbid stuff, and they're always singing show tunes.
Yeah. Who do you know that likes true crime and musicals?
And we would incriminate ourselves the entire time.
Yeah.
And they talk in lines from Hamilton.
Yeah. Or movie quotes. Yeah. So many great comments, so many suggestions, live performances, solos, so many good things. There's so many videos to watch. So I was kind of thinking, like, how am I going to choose? Like, how can we see what we want to go into next? And then I thought, okay, I'm not going to choose. You two are.
Well, I'm concerned though, because people were putting comments on there like, if you really want to kill them dead, show them this. And I was like, what?
when the boys will attack you. No, that's cool. So I've come up with a little system, which Kat's boyfriend thinks I'm a total loser for, but I don't care. I'm living my best life.
I already love it. I already love it. Whatever it is, I'm down for it.
It's a game. So we have taken into consideration all of your suggestions and all the videos that we know are out there. I've created categories. I feel like Ross from Friends. Categories.
Oh, damn it, what's Chandler's
Boom.
job? What's Chandler's job? I can't remember. Where's
Transmonster. We have here categories. So
Okay.
we have ballads, fun with BTS, hard-hitting, throwback, most recent, live performance, solo, and dance practice. Now, depending on what you girls are in the mood for, you can say like, oh, I fancy a ballad, and then, or you might say, I fancy a solo, for example. Within the realm of solos, what are you in the mood for? Are you in the mood for something a little bit more hard-hitting, or are you in the mood for a bit of a ballad?
So, are you ones locked?
Yes. For now, we're just going to lock the most recent. So, Dynamite, Black Swan, and On. We're just going to make them wait a little bit more for those, because you're not ready. This is when they're saying about, do you want to be dead when the boys will attack you? You're not quite ready for what's going to hit you in those. So most recent is locked just for a couple more weeks. So my question then from Kat and I is for you two. What are you in the mood for? And we will help you choose. I could literally make a game of this and sell it at parties, BTS parties. I could make a business out of this.
How many categories? Like if I said I want as many categories as you can in one song. So
there's always one.
A hard-hitting
My game's not good enough.
Ballad, throwback, live performance.
Yes, I could give you that.
Yeah, probably.
I could give you that.
I would like
What are you in the mood
a
for?
live performance, because everyone goes on about these live performances, and I want to see one.
Okay. A Piper and Dimple.
I've heard of people have suggested those.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
That was one that might kill us.
Yeah. The reason that's been like it was so kind of unexpected from ARMY is because Dimple and Pied Piper were two songs that don't have choreo, they don't have MVs, and the guys literally for their, I think it was their 5th muster in Japan, they literally made choreo just for the 5th muster. So it was very, very, it was a surprise for ARMY. They were like, oh my god. And yeah, there's some body rolls in there.
Oh. I see why it might kill us dead. At my age, my heart can't take it.
Exactly.
So we're teenagers. What were you talking about your age? We're clearly teenagers.
So young.
Dimple, go for Dimple.
The categories, Erin's like, I pick body roll.
Yeah.
I'd like a
Cat's
solo
like, I pick
live
shoulder.
body roll.
That was not an option.
Yeah, can I'd like to add a category, please?
Yeah. Okay.
Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you head over to my Patreon, I am two videos ahead. We don't know what they'll be because we're playing a game. So who knows
And
what they'll
it's my
be.
choice next.
But this video is, I think it's a fan made video, did you say?
It's footage. It's Dimple. It's the live performance of Dimple.
Oh, you haven't actually said what it is. It's
Dimple.
Dimple. I say it like I know what that means. But the link to the video will be in the description below if you want to check out the original.
We'll show what real
So
hip
you've
hop
got
is.
Jin, Jimin, V, and JK.
I'm loving the lilac hair.
Getting a bit romantic.
Jim is such a flirt.
Look at his smile.
I also really enjoy hearing their live vocals.
I was thinking that you can really hear the singing. Ooh.
Come on, boys.
Why is there only 4?
Yes, Jimin.
This will be the vocal line.
This is the vocal line.
A deep kiss, eh? My goodness.
Worldwide handsome. He's so beautiful.
Oh my goodness.
I like the earrings.
I do want
Yeah.
the microphone.
I like that the trousers are tight too.
Is that JK at the front?
That's V.
Oh, V.
V's
JK's
very
on this
handsome.
side.
Jim proper looks like RM in this video.
JK's on this side now.
Yeah.
Middle. I know.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's V. He's so beautiful.
I love this. I feel like they're serenading me. And that I need to like carve a little dimple now.
Yes, JK. Boys can sing.
It's nice when you strip back all of the special effects and everything, you get their voices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they can
Yeah.
sing live. They can perform.
I
They
was
are
just
that
going to say, I
talented.
don't think I've appreciated how well they can sing.
And do they have bones? How do they do this?
I can't just see my back in it. I don't know who's that.
They move very well.
It's just a little ha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there was a moment that where I literally went.
Oh, they literally made her forget how to speak.
That's 3 minutes. It went so quickly.
Does. Well, time flies when you're having fun.
That's the quickest like a performance
Yeah.
is gone.
I'm looking at JK and that's love. And I'm looking at what he's wearing, the earrings and everything, and I'm thinking if I saw a guy walk in like that, I'd be thinking, really?
It's funny, isn't it, how they can do that to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
mesmerising you.
He is. I admit, as much as the others are lovely, every time they were in a 4, I only had eyes for one.
No. So he keeps
Oh,
attacking,
no.
he keeps coming for you. That's fair enough, fair enough.
I was flitting around everywhere.
Oh no, I'm a bit of a hoe too. I was just
Floozy.
like oh.
It was, and I just loved the way it kind of reminded me of just, it was darkness and like stars twinkling and stuff like that. It was just beautiful.
Those were actually all of the army bombs. So when they're in the dark in their concert, and we've got more live performances that we can show the girls about how awesome it is at the concerts, but when they're in the dark, and a lot of all the K-pop bands have something called a light stick, which I never heard of for any Western group until I got into K-pop. It basically the light stick is different depending on your fandom or the band. So for BTS, it's called an army bomb, and it's literally the little bomb on a stick, and it's a light, and they are really, really good. As technology's got better, and the newer versions of army bombs actually sync up with Bluetooth wherever the venue they are. So the light technician can control the colour of all of the army bombs. So they literally make it rainbow, they make it purple, they put words in the... so all the twinkling that you saw were all the army bombs, people shaking them.
Now,
it's really, really
Someone's
backwards.
watching this going, that was me.
Yeah, probably.
That's amazing, but the control freak in me would be like, don't change my light!
Well, it's okay because then you'll fit in with everyone in the colour.
I don't like it.
Jenny, you wouldn't be noticing the colour of your light if you were there that close to them.
Yeah, in fairness, you wouldn't be looking at your light. No. But yeah, all those twinkling little army bombs.
JK is the light.
Their
The light of your
vocals-
life.
Yeah.
Their vocals
Cool.
were just
Oh yeah, that's that. I don't think I'd
Wonderful.
appreciated before.
Yeah, they
Well,
have.
they can sing.
I've heard this phrase that I know. Again, I never heard it before. I was getting into K-pop, and with about BTS, people have this phrase where they say they've been eating CDs, and it basically means that their live vocals sound just as good as the recorded tracks. So when you say like, "There's my boy's been eating CDs again," and it's basically
that's
because
an amazing
he
phrase.
literally sounds the same as the CD.
I have to admit, there's nothing better when you see someone live and they sound that good.
Yeah. And that's why I mean, again, there's artists out there that I enjoy and I like them, but I know that they don't necessarily have the raw talent to perform that live.
Yeah.
But I still enjoy their work, you know, like in my opinion, bit of Britney, like love it, but I don't think she necessarily has the vocal power to perform that live. But she makes up for it with performances and a lot of dancing and stuff, which is cool.
It
I will
still had
tell
me in
you-
tears.
She loves Britney.
That Westlife are spot on with their vocals. They really are.
Yeah, and there is an appreciation that comes from that when you see someone live and their instrument,
that
you're
good.
just like, wow.
Yeah.
So for me, that just pushes it even further.
But yeah, when I watch live performances, even though obviously that wasn't live for us now, but still, I always worry. I'm like, oh, how's it going to be? Is it going to be so? I did not feel nervous about through any of that.
Oh,
I
so
just
they
felt
made
like,
you feel at ease?
I felt lovely. I feel so.
They were serenading you.
Yeah, like
It was
relaxed
definitely a song
and-
you could put on in
Oh,
the
yeah.
candlelight.
I'd love to cook
cheeky.
to that as well. Like, I know sometimes you want like a party to cook to, but just
Sorry, cat off screen has pulled the same face I did.
What was
We
that?
both went,
no, but you know when you're just like staring at something and just
In your own little
dreaming of-
imagination.
yeah.
Okay.
And so I could just be like,
Yeah.
there they'd be in my dream, and I could be
Just
stirring
cooking
soup
away.
for them. Who knows?
Yeah, yeah. But the lyrics of that song are very much like you're saying, they're serenading you and talking
Yeah.
about how angelic you are and the little dimples and yeah, it's a good song.
do they often split like that there were only 4 of them?
Yeah, they do. The really cool thing about BTS, and a lot of K-pop groups as well, but I do think BTS do it so well, is the makeup of the members, where they're also good at everything, but some members have skills or strengths more so than the others. Within BTS, you've got a dance line, a rap line, and a vocal line, and some of the members can be in all of them. So the rap line is J-Hope, RM, and Suga. The dance line is J-Hope, Jimin, JK, and V. And then the vocal line is Jin, V, JK, and Jimin. So if you've got a ballad, for example, which obviously we've got lots on the list. So we've got ballads, which are just the vocal line, which were those 4 there. So Jin, JK, Jimin, and V. But you might have like a rap song, which is just the rappers. And then the vocal line. Usually what they'll do in the concert is while, for example, while the vocal line are performing a ballad or something, the rap line are backstage getting in their outfits
changing.
for their, And so it works really, really well that you, again, like I said before, even within the realm of all of BTS's available songs, you don't have to necessarily say, I like all of them, but there will be something that you will like because they're so versatile. So whether it's a rap number or a ballad or whatever, like they've got so much to offer just from one group of musicians.
I like that they clearly do this and I say are okay with it this way, because there are other bands where someone would be saying, you're getting more screen time than me, you're getting more vocal than me, whereas clearly they're all in this together.
Absolutely.
They're
This
really,
is why
you
we
know,
can't do
it's-
this straight
they're
into
really
High School Musical.
supportive of each other, so
Yeah.
they do reactions to their own videos because they haven't obviously they've made the video, but they haven't necessarily been in it.
They haven't seen the
and then
finished
they'll do a
product.
reaction, and they do like they rib each other a little bit. They're like, "Oh, this is your video because that person happens to be front and center for more of it, or whatever." That,
Yeah.
"Oh, look, this is so and so's video, or whatever." So they're quite.
They're really supportive of each
Supportive of
other.
each
They
other,
are a
yeah.
massive.
Good
They are a
to hear.
massive team, which is really, really nice. And it's like when Blood, Sweat and Tears, when they first saw the video for that, and Jimin's shoulder comes out, and they're like, "Jimmy!" and they're poking fun of him, and he's like, "Oh, go away, leave me alone." And so they're really, really supportive of each other. And I know that there are within the ARMY and K-pop fandoms, there is sometimes there is someone that might say, "Oh, my favourite, like Jin, for example, didn't get enough vocal time and like line distribution basically. But the thing is that why that doesn't bother me personally is if one member, for example, doesn't necessarily get a lot of singing time in one song, I think, well, it's just because like you've only basically got like what 3.5 minutes to and they've got seven members
people.
and there's only a certain number of verses and choruses and whatnot you can do. So but the thing I love about them is that if one person doesn't necessarily get a lot of time for whatever reason in that song, maybe it didn't quite suit their voice, or they practiced it or they recorded it and they realised that actually this person's voice suits that bit of the song better, but there's going to be another song where that person will get their shine on. So no one is ever left out. Even if in one particular song one member doesn't get as much vocal time or whatever as somebody else, there will be another song where they do. They don't leave anybody out, which I really like.
You know, when you're in like you're watching a film and the couple, they get together and they get to that moment where they're just about to kiss, and then something happens, they pull away, but you have that moment where you're like, oh, that's what that video was.
Oh, the whole time just kept you on that feeling.
It was afterwards, and I thought, what is it? And it was just that glimmer of hope. Oh, I really.
Is that all the butterflies right?
It didn't make you think of stirring soup.
No, that's what I would do to listen.
I know what you meant. You could be literally in your own little bubble. You could be in your own bubble, and they'd just be.
How good my soup will be.
Yeah, you could be in your own little bubble, and they could just be serenading you.
It's almost like the people you're waiting to get are dancing together to the song, looking at each other, and you're like, it's going to happen, it's going to happen, it's going to happen.
Yeah. It's that tension in the air, the love chemicals in the air.
I don't know how you're going to talk about that. Is absolutely, that's blown me away. I loved that.
Ooh.
And I didn't think that would. I didn't think they'd do that kind of song.
Yeah.
I really.
Of course they do. They know.
Well done, Army. Good suggestion.
Thank you.
Yes.
We've got some others then that Erin may react to.
Do not panic. Do not feel faint of heart. There are many more
I'm so
performances to come. She's scared now. She's like, oh my god, they're going to attack me. And that was 2017.
Hide the spoons.
Yeah, hide the spoons. But the good thing is, every time we watch another video, and obviously that's another song for the girls to listen to, that's another song that you can add to your playlist. So now you've got Dimple. So you can literally go and be off in your own world and listen to Dimple.
On repeat, I have to
listen to Dimple.
I've never made soup.
And you have to send us a selfie when you're listening to Dimple stirring your soup.
I go
on the Instagram.
You can put it on the Instagram, that's fine by me.
Cool. It's like innocent romance. Although it was saucy and very seductive, it was also very innocently angelic as well. So it has that tinge,
I'm gonna keep going about. I loved it.
I think it's because the song was giving you that kind of. I was trying to keep track of the lyrics, but JK was there.
It's okay.
And it kind of gave you that feeling of I shouldn't, but I do. And that's how I feel about JK in these early videos. I shouldn't, but I do.
It's when they want you to bend the rules.
Yeah, it's that kind of you shouldn't, but you will.
Yeah.
They're going to be okay.
They're seducing you very, very angelic, very cheeky, very innocently, but still it's a seduction.
Now I'm back to like my usual.
No, you're never going to this one down.
No, I never will. My standard, which is like the good guy, very well behaved.
Well, as I said, the beauty of BTS is
they'll rack it in 5 minutes.
We have literally got good boys, we've got bad boys, we've got everything for you. So we'll see what the next one is.
Get ready for the next one. Okay, so that was BTS Dimple Live. I enjoyed that. So remember to like, comment, subscribe. Head over to Patreon, where I have 2 videos. Oh my god, it's for JK Doll's tummy.
Start again, or?
Pop your tongue back
Jenny
in,
has
Jenny.
left the building.
I think. Do you know? I think me and JK need to just work it out.
Okay.
Does he get a say?
Oh, they get a say. This is where we're going wrong my whole life. Okay. So head over to Patreon, where we are 2 videos ahead, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.